Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So I got behind in video. I went ahead and I went on the other side of the road and got that section mowed off. So now I got back to the corner of this field. Now I have to come back around, go down the road a little ways, and go back in because there's no crossing in the ditch to get into my buddy Tyler's property and finish mowing on around. So got a little behind in video. I apologize for it. I was gonna get some video of Dad digging and I didn't get back up here in time because that stretch took me a little longer than I thought. But this is what Dad ended up with. Turned out real nice. The few bump outs you see there just because a couple stumps in the ditch bank and we didn't want to dig them out and disturb the bank, so we just left it alone. But we got rid of this real bad curve that was in it, and it turned out real nice. He done a nice job digging it. So he's on down around the curve. You can't see him. He's behind the woods back there. So I'm going to get the 200. We're going to head to the next spot and start mowing there. There are some bigger trees we're going to have to hand cut with a chainsaw and get them out of there. But everything's looking really good so far. This culvert is actually going to be lowered by the county. We're not going to be doing this one, but I'll show you why it needs to be lowered. It needs to be lowered because of this over here. It's got quite the waterfall. So Dad dug that ditch pretty deep so that they can get this culvert lowered down lower so that the waterfall's not here anymore, causing all this to wash out. So when he gets on this side, he's gonna dig this straighter too and make this all nice. So I'm gonna get down there and get mowing again. And we're gonna get these logs cleaned up. Somebody left these here. They can't be here, so we'll get those cleaned up also. Okay, so I got around to this side of the ditch and I started looking at the situation, and I realized that a lot of this we're just gonna dig out. So I'm gonna have to get my grapples here in a little bit, take this mower off, and we'll actually dig out everything that's up on top of the flat out in the field. I like to do that because I don't like to grind it off and leave stumps, because that could potentially tear up farm equipment. So I'd rather just see them gone, tree and all, and piled and burnt. So I got about 1,000 feet I can mow here before I need to do that. I figured I'd get all this mowing done first. So this is all giant ragweed stems and some small trees through here. As you can see, the water's really picking up on this downstream section of the section that we've been working on. So we're gonna go downstream at the beginning of this section and dig it all the way back up through here to get rid of this water. So we're also going to be dropping this about 2 foot, which is going to help out with Tyler's farm here. So it's going to drop the water table and help him be able to farm it, because it is some pretty low muck and he's struggling to farm it right now in spots. So hopefully this cures it, and we're also going to come up with a tile program for him and get some tile put in here and get him some good drainage. So we'll probably have to put a lift station to pump the water up and out, because there is kind of a lower swale over there. So, but that'll be for a whole nother video. So anyways, let's get this mowing done and get my grapples, and we'll get her cleaned up today. so the mowing's all finished up. I just had to mow down to that corner through this muck spot here, and then that section that heads that way, it's pretty much brush free, so Dad can dig that without me having to mow anything on it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run up to the semi and get my grapples. Dad's strength and I, after lunch, we hooked up the new drop deck trailer to my black Kenworth. Well, new to us drop deck trailer. It's not a new trailer, it's like 2006. We'll check it out when we're up there. I don't think I've shown it yet on YouTube. So anyways, we bought it for moving around Little Dick and the dozer and the Bobcat, so we can actually put multiple pieces on the trailer and make one trip, because it'll haul the dozer and Little Dick with no problem all at once. And we can probably get the Bobcat on there if we got it up on the neck part. So worked real good to throw all my attachments on it for the 200. I got my ditch bucket and I got the grapples on there, and we brought the Bobcat on it, so it worked out real awesome. So it's a 75,000 pound GVW trailer, so it would haul my drag line if you were brave enough to get it up there on the trailer. So it'd haul this excavator too, no problem. So, and I might haul this excavator on it a few times, or I thought if I got a 160, it'd be nice to move it around with it and not have to mess around with a detachable trailer all the time. So we're gonna head up there, the truck's up there, get stuff switched around, and since we messed around hooking that trailer up, we might not get to tear much brush out today, but we'll see what happens. So if not, we'll continue on with this video tomorrow morning, and we'll get the brush all taken out. Well, we're up here at the trailer now. We got the mower off. It fits up there real nice. That's fantastic. I like the way it sits up there. So now we just got to get the grapples off of here. But anyways, this is the new trailer that we picked up. It's a 2006 Coffin. Nice trailer. I like it. Get quite a bit of stuff on it. It's nice and wide. Got some real nice ramps on it. Now Dad wants to make these air operated ramps, so that's one project this winter. So you can hit an air button and they'll flip up, and then you put their straps on them to keep them up for safety. But pretty cool trailer. I like it so far. The only downfall to it is when you turn tight with it, it twists on all three axles. You know, it scoots. So it pushes up a little dirt, but other than that, it's not too bad. So at least the axle's a little farther forward, so it does turn fairly tight. So we'll see this trailer some more in some other videos. We want to get a hydraulic winch to run off the wet kit on the truck so we can drag projects up on the trailer to get them home. So, but we're gonna mount a few toolboxes on it also to put chains and binders and stuff like that in. So it's gonna be a project, but it's a good trailer to start with. We might even paint the rest of it black, or we might paint it red. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. I'm not too crazy about the gray. It's just not really grabbing me. So okay, get them grapples put on, and that's probably gonna be it for today. Good morning, everybody. It is day 2 on this project. Yesterday we took the day off. We didn't work here because we went to New Paris Tractor Parts, because yesterday was their last day of daily operation. So we wanted to get the parts that we needed for our tractor projects that we have in progress. So what I'm doing now is I got the grapples on, obviously, and I'm cleaning up, taking out the trees that are on top of the flat of the ditch. I went along, and any tree that's over the taper, I busted the top out of it just so it's easier to get under with a chainsaw and cut it off, and I don't have all that over my head. They could potentially fall and hurt me. And it's just easier when a tree falls. It's not a big ball of limbs and stuff to deal with. It's just the stem. So if you try to tear out the trees on the ditch bank, you destroy the ditch bank, then you have erosion issues. So I was going to bring the feller buncher, but there's not really enough trees to cut with the buncher, so I thought, well, I'll just do them with a regular traditional chainsaw. It'd take me longer to bring the buncher than it would be to actually just walk along and cut the trees. There may be 50 of them or so. Got us a big dead tree in here. We've got us a nice pile burning already this morning. Dad's strength's bringing me breakfast. So we're gonna see what we can get knocked out on this, and then maybe this afternoon we'll get to dig it. We'll see what happens. Okay, now had some breakfast, I'm in a little better mood. I'm not so hangry, if that's what they call it. Let's go ahead and bust him up a little bit. Yeah. Bust him up, then he'll burn a little better. Won't be so long for the pile. Mulberries have a hell of a root system under them. I've seen mulberry roots go at least 100 feet away before. Just keep pulling and pulling and pulling on them. It's like spaghetti noodle coming out of the ground. Now Dad's strength can rake through that with the bobcat, get the rest of those little pieces. Getting this corner cleaned up, and we'll get a little video later on. Well, everything was going good until I was pulling on that mulberry stump right there, and one of my boom lift cylinder hoses said the hell with it and blew out. So I have to go get a hose made now. Sounded like a gun went off beside the cab when that happened. Scared the crap out of me. Oil went everywhere. Oh man, and them hoses aren't that old. Just can't get good hydraulic hose anymore. So, well, let me go see if I can get a hose. Well, we struck out on getting a hose made. We went up to Napa, and of course they don't have the fittings that we need. They have a short length of hose that would be just enough to make the hose that we need. It's a 5100 PSI hose, but they don't have the fittings, so what good's that? So we went to a couple other places that we get hoses from sometimes, and of course, because it is New Year's Eve, they are closed. So we decided that we come back, and I got my caps. I got my set of caps there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cap the lines because this excavator is going to have to set until at least Monday. So we made the decision that we want to get set up with our own hose machine so we can make our own hose assemblies. We want all the fittings, all the hoses that we possibly need for all of our equipment. We want to have it on hand. So we need a crimper, we need the storage units for the fittings, and we need the hose. So we want to get set up with that. We want 5,100 pound hose, and we want some 3,500 pound hose. And we'd like to make a list on all of our equipment of whatever fittings we need, we want to have on hand. So if anybody that views my videos has any leads on getting us set up with that, please let me know. Or if anybody actually offers that service of, you know, selling us the hose crimper, the hose, and the fittings, and keeping us stocked, also let me know. Either way, however that works. I'm going to be looking into it here in the next couple weeks. We definitely want to do something because this is getting really old. This is something that we deal with a lot, and I'm just tired of it. I'd like to have it full access to myself 24 hours, 7 days a week. So if I need a hose, if a friend needs a hose, because I have a lot of friends that have a lot of equipment that uses hydraulic hoses, I can make them hoses 24 hours, 7 days a week whenever they need one. Might be even kind of a little side job for me. So if anybody's got any information on that, please let me know. Definitely would give you some advertisement on YouTube, and I'd be grateful to get a setup at our own shop, because this stuff gets old. This does not pay the bills when an excavator's sitting here doing nothing. I had 3 more trees to rip out, and then I could have made my way back around, finishing up, cutting everything off, and I could have been digging this afternoon, been probably done with this project, but this happened. So anyways, I'm gonna grab a saw, do some cutting. I'll get these caps put on so the lines aren't exposed, and then I'll set the camera up. We'll do a little tree cutting, and that'll probably be it for this episode, since we don't have an excavator. So Dad's got the other one digging on the other section of this ditch, so at least something's getting done. So let's get at it. Well, I think this is going to be it for this episode today. Got that big cottonwood down, cut up. Just got to get it carried to the pile, come back, cut that stump off. I don't like to leave them stumps that tall, but it's just easier to cut the tree down and then come back and cut that stump off some. I might do a little more trimming on the back side of that stump just to make it kind of angled, so when you come out of the ditch with a bucket, you're not catching that. So anyways, I got to get rid of that tree yet, but that one I'm going to dig out because it's up on the flat. I don't know why I didn't dig it out on my way through, but I will get to that tree. And then I got to go down about in front of the bobcats where the trees start again. And then once I get past the pile burning over there, there's only maybe 4. So I'm going to get that finished up. And then that'll be it for today. So I'm going to go ahead and get this video edited up, get it uploaded to the YouTube so you all have something to watch. So thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Happy New Year, everybody. Hopefully this video gets on before midnight tonight. But Happy New Year. And I can't wait to continue on another year with Dirt Grain Steel. Really having fun with it. I know a lot of you are having fun watching, so we're going to stay at it. So I got to get rid of this hunting blind too. So that's going to be in a way for digging a ditch. But anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Happy New Year.